I hate it. I hate everything about it. Ah! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ryan Hafey with Hafey Digital here, and what you just saw there was a clip from what was supposed to be part of today's vlog. Actually, I need to back up a little bit and give a little context. So yesterday, I originally had intended to make a vlog. It was kind of like a scripted vlog around a concept that I had been thinking about, and in my head, you know, all the parts fit together. The message was great. I had gotten all the shots that I needed, put them into the computer, and I just realized that the whole video was crap. There were clips where the audio was just unsalvageable. I had a hard time finding the right music for it. It wasn't flowing the way that I had originally anticipated, and it just wasn't a video I was proud enough to upload to my channel. So after trying for a long time to try to get it to work, I eventually just said, screw it. I was frustrated. I'm like, I'm just gonna scrap it and I'm gonna try something else. So I moved away from that, and originally what I was going to do was make a video talking about how frustrated I was that I couldn't get it to work. So the clip that you saw before the intro, that's from that second video, which I also recorded, tried to edit, and then just abandoned because I just looked too frustrated, and I figured that's probably not a side of me that I really want to put out. I wasn't having it. I was legitimately frustrated and annoyed. So at the end of the night, ultimately, I made the decision to just scrap both options. First time that's ever happened to me. First time I've ever tried to record two separate videos and passed on both of them all on the same day. So now I'm behind. Now I have no video for today, so I had to think of something else to do. So I might be cheating here a little bit, but here's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna dig into the archives a little bit and go back to a channel that I had started before I had started the Hafey Digital channel. So back before I got into video at the level that I am today, before I realized that video was really my preferred medium of creativity-ness. Before I was really into video to the degree that I am today, I was really into photography, and I thought that photography was gonna be what I was gonna do for my life. Like, that's really what I want to do. I was most interested in it. I enjoyed just kind of going on these little mini photo trips with myself or with a friend, shooting the stars or just shooting landscapes. What it was very therapeutic for me, and it gave me a lot of creative freedom, and I thought, this is what I want to do. This is it for me. So I started capturing some of the photo projects I was doing and uploading them to a channel called Photos by Hafey. Eventually, life happened. I started getting more and more interested in video, and I kind of put that channel on the back burner. Granted, it's still there, but I never uploaded more than, I don't know, maybe, let's find out, 8 videos. All I made was 8 videos, got a total of 44 subscribers, and then I left it behind. Now, looking back on some of those videos, I think my video game has stepped up a little bit since then, but I'm still pretty proud of some of the stuff that I put up there. One video in particular I enjoyed quite a bit. Basically, I took my camera and a tripod and a second camera and scaled this mountain. It's called Frenchman Mountain. It's got a hiking trail along it, and it's super steep, super challenging climb here in Las Vegas on the east side of the valley. And the goal of it was that I would climb to the top of this hiking destination and take a picture kind of overseeing the valley with the sun setting, which turned out to be not the greatest idea, and you'll find out why. So what I thought I would do is pull that video from the archives of Photos by Hafey and show them here to you on the Hafey Digital YouTube channel, because I still think the video is still pretty interesting, and I think you might enjoy it as well. So yes, I may be cheating a little bit today by just reposting a video that's already out on YouTube, but you know what? I think it's better than nothing, and I hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, please enjoy this vlog from the Photos by Hafey archives. What's up, fellow photographers? It's Ryan here from Photos by Hafey, and today I'm doing a little hiking and taking some landscapes. Let's go. All right, so I am here at Frenchman Mountain, which is, I guess, a somewhat popular hiking destination on the east side of the Las Vegas Valley. It's super challenging. I don't know if you can see this, but it may not look like much from here, but it's essentially straight up. And by the time you're there, you're only halfway. This is one of those trails that I like to hit whenever it's cool enough to go out and do it. It's nice and relaxing. There's never usually that many people here. It's quiet. unlike Las Vegas, which is nice and noisy. So it's nice and relaxing, but what I've never really done in the past is brought this guy, which is my Canon 7D Mark II, along with my Sigma 24-70 f2.8 lens. It's kind of my workhorse, my everyday lens. But I've never really brought this guy out with me when I do the trail. And I'm already getting tired, it's been a while. But I've never brought the camera with me when I'm doing the trail because it's heavy and it's a challenging trail. But today, just for you guys, I'm bringing it out. We're gonna try to take advantage of some of that golden hour sunset light and see what kind of landscape shots we can get. So let's see what we come up with. So it may not look like much, but it's kind of cool composition. You have a nice leading line that goes up to where the mountains kind of intersect each other. I'm gonna try to use this little bush right here for some foreground element. Let's see what I can do with it. Okay. Moving on. By the way, in case any of you are wondering what's keeping my camera here strapped to my backpack, it's called the Capture Pro some kind of clip, I forget. But I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. It's a really cool little gadget. Alright, so I've made it to what I like to consider the first kind of resting area. That's where I came from, all the way down there. Here's where I'm at. And that, all the way up there, is where I need to go. And that's only about halfway. So there's a couple shots I was trying to get here. Over here, over the edge, there's kind of this place, this area where the mountains come together like this. Behind it, you've got a little view of the city. On the far end of the valley, you've got the other mountains there, and then you've got some of that nice sunset, orangish color, oranges, blues, reds, that type of thing. So I was trying to get as much of that and compose it sort of nicely between where these mountains come together. And then over here, this is where the trail winds all the way up. A nice leading line, kind of taking you right up to the top of the mountain there. So that was another shot I was looking into getting. Now it's time to move on. All right, so while the trail is relatively flat, let's take a moment to talk about settings. So my settings are varying a little bit depending on which direction I'm shooting. For any of the shots that I'm shooting towards the sunset, I'm going to be using a deep depth of field. I'm trying to stay at around f8, but now that it's getting a little bit darker, it's kind of difficult to do that. And actually, regardless of any of the shots I'm taking right now, that's the depth of field that I'm going with, only because, with landscapes, you want to try to keep as much as in focus as you can. So I'm trying to stay around f8. ISO, I'm having to crank up a little bit again because it's getting darker. Last few shots I took, I think, were taken between 1600 and 3200. Shot that I took looking straight up that way because it's mostly in the shadows was at about 3200. Shutter speeds, again, that's really the last thing that I'm adjusting. And I'm trying to stay above 60 or 1/60th of a second to reduce any instances of motion blur that I might come across. And that's pretty much it. I'm not worrying too much about white balance right now. Just using the auto white balance setting on the camera. If I need any adjustments there, I'll fix those in post. Onward. And of course, before I could get too far, I have another composition I want to try to capture here. So the sun is clearly going down. I want to be up there because you can see the pretty red in the clouds there. But I'm all the way down here. I'm just hoping I can make it in time. Sometimes you gotta just stop, turn around, see where you came from. What I'm seeing on the back of this camera isn't doing this much justice. You got all the shadow in here. Then you've got the sunlight just illuminating those mountains. I'm digging my own grave here. I found this man-made rock structure. And try to get a shot of it before. Little light. Alright guys, it's awfully dark here. I'm getting pretty close to the top. And if I look back, you can see that there's still a little bit of light hitting the mountains over there, which leads me to believe that there's still maybe some hope. We shall see, but it looks like I'm gonna make it. Look at that. Oh, finally. Look at that. I made it. But there's not much light to spare, so it's time to get shooting. Alright, so I'm sure the video quality is really poor right now, but here's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna, since I'm super pressed for time, I'm trying to work with one composition, which is this one here. You got the mountain, you got the sunset kind of over there, you got a little bit of city on that side, and I'm composing the mountain right in the center there, and I'm playing around with different settings here. So right now, F8, ISO 800, and 4/10 of a second, and I'm also using a 2-second timer. Ooh, look at those colors. Using a 2-second timer to help reduce a little bit of motion blur. And I'm just gonna keep doing this for a little while. Alright guys, so it was tough. I was rushed, but I got up here and I got what I think are gonna be some pretty awesome shots of the night sky, despite not fully leveraging the sunset. But now it is dark, I'm alone on a mountain, and I gotta find my way down. So I'm gonna put on a headlamp and make my way back to the car. Wish me luck. Alright guys, I made it back to the car. Not gonna lie, that was a little scary, walking down the side of a mountain by myself. All I had was a headlamp. Luckily I knew the trail a little bit, so it helped a little bit, but man, it was a little scary. I'm sure I got some decent shots, but you know what, at the end of the day, I probably could have gotten some better shots, and that brings me to the moral of the story, which is plan your shoots. I came too late. My goal was to be to the top of the mountain by the time the sun set, and spend 20-30 minutes up there getting some shots, and then make my way down from there. I ended up getting here too late, spending too much time taking other shots. I should have factored in more time for shots going up the mountain as well. So overall, I think I'm pleased with the shots that I got. I know that I could have gotten more. So learn from my mistakes, don't make them yourself. Anyway, I'm going home, I'm tired, I want to rest. I'll see you in the next video.